Hello and welcome to the World News. My name is Chaira and I will be accompanying you to 5 minutes for one. And our news today is about 200 million Americans survive amid a blizzard. The storm is expected to bring strong winds and thick piles of snow, making travel conditions dangerous ahead of the end and start of the year holidays. And about 200 million Americans are feeling the biting ice, a major winter storm that are so far thought to have killed 12 people before this weekend. More than 1.5 million people did not get electricity and thousands of flights were cancelled last Friday. And BBC News Indonesia reported that this massive storm swept over 3,200 kilometers from Texas to Quebec. Typhoon bombs, which are conditions in which the air pressure in the atmosphere drop sharply, have resulted in heavy snow conditions in the Great Lakes area and the United States-Canada border. And in Canada, Ontario and Quebec felt the storm originating in the Arctic, which also resulted in power outages for hundreds of thousands of homes. Sharp drops in temperature can also cause frostbite on the skin in just 5 to 10 minutes, experts said. And a strong Arctic winter storm has put more than 135 million people under a weekend weather warning ahead of the busiest days of the year, Christmas and New Year's. The warning stretched from coast to coast and reached as far south as the United States-Mexico border and Florida, the Sunshine State. The chilly air could bring the year's Christmas to the coldest in decades, the weather forecast predict. And the U.S. National Weather Service, NWS, said the temperature are expected to reach minus 45 Celsius and even touch over minus 55 Celsius this weekend in some areas. The agency warned major metro areas such as the cities of Des Moines and Iowa of the threat of frostbite posing a grave danger to humans. Frostbite occurs due to reduced blood flow, often in the extremities such as the nose and cheeks or the fingers and toes. That lack of warm blood can lead to clotting, the rupture of tissue, and in some cases, amputations. Meteorologists say a winter storm could become a bomb hurricane on Friday. A hurricane bomb is a term given to a rapidly increasing explosive storm with a central air pressure dropping by at least 24 millibars in 24 hours. It is not like snowy day when you are a kid. This is a serious stuff, President Joe Biden said at a briefing in the White House last Tuesday. The Arctic air mass is a project to bring strong gusts and temperature of minus 9.4 Celsius to El Paso, Texas, where many undocumented migrants live and sleep on the city's streets. The governor of New York declared a state of emergency in anticipation of the storm. And the threat of flooding and ice caps will wreak a lot of havoc on our communities, she said. An ice blockage occurs when large chunks of ice block the flow of a river and can cause flooding. Also, the governor of Kentucky, North Carolina, West Virginia, Georgia, Oklahoma have also declared states of emergency, while Wisconsin has declared an energy emergency. Ohio Governor Mike DeWine called the weather a unique and dangerous situation, especially as so many people travel with loved ones over Christmas. Florida is projected to have its coldest Christmas in 30 years. The United States National Weather Service described it as a once-in-a-generation winter, said Thursday that life-threatening shivers would strike the East Coast on Friday. The National Weather Service warned of more than 100 record-breaking daily cold snaps over the next few days. In Colorado, temperature dropped to a record low of -9 Fahrenheit from 442 Fahrenheit on Tuesday. The city of Sydney, Wyoming, recorded its biggest one-hour drop in temperature after rising from 43 Fahrenheit to 3 Fahrenheit in 30 minutes. Elsewhere, is the western states' temperature dropped to -35 Fahrenheit. Nearly a dozen record that low temperatures have also occurred in neighboring Montana. Blizzard conditions have hit North Dakota and South Dakota. In Chicago, a winter storm warning was in effect through Saturday, bringing with it several inches of snow and winds of up to 50 miles per hour. And in Canada, most Ontario and parts of Quebec are also bracing for a major winter storm expected to last through Christmas weekend. And more than 5,300 flights in the United States have been cancelled Thursday and Friday, according to flight tracking website FlightAware. And in anticipation of travel disruptions, major airlines, including United, Delta, and American, have offered waivers for travelers who wish to reschedule their flights. And roads along the Colorado-Wyoming border were closed Wednesday due to near zero visibility. That was the news of truth and accuracy from the world news. We are hoping everyone is in a good conditions and also hoping you have a great day.